Welcome back to another video here on the Bannock Industries YouTube channel. Now, in the last couple videos, you guys would have seen a 78 Ford F-150 that we pulled the engine out. It actually had the 429 that'll be going into the Ranger. Now, if you've been following this project, at the start of every video, I call this thing a 2000 Ford Ranger. Now, it is a 2000s, but I gotta come clean with you guys. I finally looked at the title. It's a 2003, so 3 years newer, whoopee. But, you know, nonetheless, we're still building it. So, I can't think right now. So we got the engine ready, or we're getting the engine ready to put into this thing. Now I'll show you a few things that we've done so far. Now, I'll show you here. We did go ahead, or I went ahead. I got our hood pins done. They are tight because I just haven't adjusted it yet. They're really tight. What the hell did I do? Just gotta push down. There we go. So we do have hood pins. Now I have to do little, I don't know what you want to call them, kick plates. I still have to mount these, so that hasn't been done. But nonetheless, we did get the hood pins done. So just nice little standoff brackets here. Where's that hood? Alright, so I just got this back into place. Now I haven't figured out something yet. Probably just build a little tab for our rod. But I'll show you guys these. So this is the same tubing that we used for the bolts on the cab rails. It's that, I don't know, 5/8 ID, 7/8 outside, just black pipe. So I took those, and now instead of having, you know, a flat piece of plate and then these clamping, we actually welded one of these nuts right to the tubing. I don't know if I might be able to kind of make out that there is a nut there, if this thing will focus. But anyways, I welded a nut in there, and then, you know, the hood pin just threads in there, and then we have it set to our height. One thing I did learn, the one video, we were trying to figure out what the hell this is made out of. So it's actually fiberglass, which, I mean, the hood is fiberglass, which is kind of amazing. We couldn't figure it out. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to make a little plate here just for when it's resting. I did drop the hood already once, and it's kind of already damaged that hole that we had. So just currently I'm using just a nice little washer, and that's just kind of helping to support, but we'll have to do that. Of course, here's the other side, same thing, just nice little standoff, and it's working good. Of course, we'll get that done here shortly. Set that back down. See, it closes nice. Of course, our fender's not completely straight right now, so it does look a little bad. Now with these, they just have some nice little holes, so probably just drill and then rivet those. Don't know what I have yet, so that's why I haven't done anything with them. But there they are. And holds the hood nice and secure, so happy about that. What's going on inside that you haven't seen? Okay, so I did go ahead, I put our door sill weather stripping back on, 30-second job. Didn't need to film that for you guys. But we also kind of set the seats in. So with that being said, the reason I put the seats back in, I wanted to see how our harnesses were going to sit. So obviously it's not tight, but you can see, you know, we're pretty flat here to where they're going to come in through our holes. So that ended up being good. Now the seats, they might come up a little bit still, but we have plenty of headroom between the seat and the cage. Also, kind of the way we built these, we got lucky because where this little bolster is in the seat kind of ended up being right in with our door bars, so that's good. And with this being in, of course, we still have to put some front stuff, so probably come up here to here, run a crossbar, some supports, build our dash. You know, there's lots still to be done on that, but fairly easy. Now, yes, the your head's pretty much in line with these, so when you go to get in, of course, just grab on here, come up, come in, and now, like sitting in this thing, I can shut the door. You have actually, surprisingly, a lot of elbow room here, and the seats will actually get moved in some more. So right now, I don't know, so you got about 6 inches between the seats, pretty close. You know, we might have 4, so maybe get a hand in, so there might be like a cup holder or something between the seats, but really you'll end up being fairly close to the guy next to you. But one guy will be holding the wheels, so his arm should be straight, and we'll probably make a little grab bar for the passenger here as well. But yeah, that's kind of the view that we're gonna have. Of course, once we get our engine and tranny in, figure out how high it's gonna be, then we'll do a bunch of other crossbars in here as well, which will help. And then we can start doing flooring, firewall. It'll all just kind of come together real quick after that. These harnesses, these I got from a buddy I used to work with. They were out of his circle track car. So probably just get another set of these G-Force ones, and we'll run those because they're still good harnesses. Try and get out here. Another thing you've probably heard me mention is we're going to do a rear mount rad on the Ranger. So what I did is we had the old rad, or it's an old new rad. It's about 4 years old. It was in the Mercury for a couple years. We took this one out and we put a nice big 4-core Holley Performance rad in it. So I had this one sitting, so I wanted to bring it over here and see what it would look like. So we did go ahead. I've just tacked it using the old mounting brackets that fit the 67. But that kind of gives us a good idea on where the rad's gonna sit. Now, of course, I do have to go ahead and build a fuel cell. I haven't done that yet, but we have plenty of real estate to put one in here. Probably come up about this high, have our filler here or there. You know, we got options to go here, but the rear shock should be about here, so it might actually end up being about here or down there. You know, we got lots of real estate to play with, but this just gives us a good reference now on, you know, what to fit, how it's gonna kind of sit. Probably actually stand it up more because we're gonna have 2 electric fans. Have to build a shroud, sorry. But, and then with that, we want to do some X bars here, and then mount our spare tire, which we actually have this little plate for. So we'll drill out the bolt pattern. It'll have a little standoff, and then our spare tire will mount somewhere about there, I imagine. So, you know, lots of little things that I'm just going through, trying to take care of. You know, they're nothing crazy to film. Another thing like that is we went ahead, we capped off our frame rails for the cab, you know, just using flat bar, weld them. And we still have to do a bunch of supports, but we have to do that once we get our engine tranny in, and then we'll do our tranny supports. And then of course we got we got so much left to do. So if you like the build, be sure to go down, subscribe, give us a big thumbs up. We should be getting into, well, we'll get the engine and trans in next video, get it slightly mocked up, and hopefully by then, you know, we got parts on order for our axles. So we got heim joints coming, we got axle trusses coming. So be sure, stay tuned, because there's a lot more content coming, and then we'll be getting into a lot more detail on, you know, mounting some things and more tube work here and there. So one thing I want to show you guys before we end out, we did get this little reboot 50 amp plasma cutter. It's been working good, but I took the logo, our Bannock Industries logo here, cut it out, made a stencil, because I wanted to plasma cut it. So of course can't do it nice and square like that, but this is how it turned out. It has that real welder up style, just, you know, plasma cut. Just looks really good. So might consider putting that on a shirt or a t-shirt in that style of writing and just jagged edges. So if you want to see that, make sure just give us a comment what you want to see it on. Shirt, hat, hoodie, you know, let us know. But thank you for watching this video. Sorry, it's just a lot of me talking, but we'll see you next time for some more fat.